After finishing my completely normal and necessary first build of the Let's Play, I had to get back to working on this mess. While I was resource gathering and building, I'd also been breeding these guys in the hopes of finally getting good trades and optimizing my armor and weapons. I started by trying to get them in minecarts to make things a little more manageable. And I managed to make a bigger mess. Since villager trading has now become my main antagonist this playthrough, I decided to include these clips where I am evidently losing my mind trying to make this minecart system work. And after all of that, I was finally done. I had them all in their separate little areas, and they still wouldn't trade with me. Okay. Well, I freed half of them, and I just started to try to trade this way, and it kind of worked, at least. After playing around with the system for maybe around an hour, I finally got the trade that I wanted, Unbreaking 3. It took a while. I've been wanting Unbreaking 3 since I had my very first two villagers. I wanted Mending and I wanted this guy. And finally, we got him. And right afterwards, this guy tricked me. He made it look like he had escaped, and then while I was trying to push him back in, he actually escaped. I debated killing him, but then he became a cleric, and I was okay with that. See that zombified pigman in the background? While I was leveling up the cleric, I also trapped him in a boat and moved him near Tricky's grave. Tricky was the boat enderman that got killed by an iron golem in the second episode. Yeah, I think this triggered a chain reaction because the cleric ran off and got stuck in this waterfall. I freed the cleric, but also accidentally freed the golem who'd incidentally been trapped here since the last episode. I think you can guess what happened next. By the time I got to the scene of the crime, all that was left of the zombified pigman was a golden nugget and a very confused looking iron golem. No mercy, because this is literally the second mob that he killed for no good reason. And then I went on a treasure hunt to take my mind off of things. Remember those trident throwing guys from the second episode who I said I'd remember? Well, they were still here, and I was a lot stronger this time. So I made quick work of the trident throwing guy, and then I basically played whack-a-mole with the rest of them. This was honestly really fun and really therapeutic. After completely decimating this chunk of land looking for the chest, I actually took the time and cleaned up the mess afterwards. The Minecraft gods didn't seem to appreciate that, so the next morning Because I'd spent so much time mostly dealing with villagers, I don't actually have a lot of resources for emerald trades. However, I have sugarcane to make paper, and I have leather because of the farm. And I have this one villager who trades me books, 1 book for 1 emerald. Insofar, this is the only way I get emeralds, is by trading with this guy. In this playthrough, I have decided that I would make and use some mob XP grinders this time, but I still prefer just breeding and killing animals for XP. It's so easy and a little more fun than standing AFK at a mob grinder or at an XP grinder. This was me looking out at my entire area because I was planning on completely renovating everything by the next episode. As you can probably tell from everything else I've done this playthrough, things did not go according to plan. My first order of business in redesigning my whole area was building an automatic wheat farm, which was pretty easy. I just followed one of Mysticat's designs and changed it up to fit my preferences. I got interrupted by a villager and got my first bit of drip leaf. I heard a zombie stuck in my acacia tree farm, and I took full advantage of the situation. I name tagged him, zombified a villager, almost killed the villager by accident. And then slowly and very carefully transferred him into my farm. And this happened. This was the moment I decided I was gonna revive the Ender Dragon. So, this happened last time, and I was very upset, and the first thing, for some reason, I thought to do, other than fix, whatever's going on down there, was to revive the End Dragon, and do that right now, or do that at that time, and I guess I'm doing it today instead. We're reviving the End Dragon. Well, I'm reviving the End Dragon for the first time ever. My armor is fine, right? I was hoping to get much better armor. However, because this has just been going so poorly, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna kill the dragon as I am now. Here. It's not letting me place it! Ugh. Okay. And he's up there, so that should keep him safe from any golems that spawn near here. And with that vote of confidence, I gathered some necessary supplies, went to the Nether to get some gas tiers. Yes! That's so many! And after a little more grinding, I finally had everything I needed. Wait. Okay, now I had everything I needed to get to the end and revive the Ender Dragon. As far as I knew. Again, this was the first time I ever did it. Don't ask me about the scaffolding. That was a bad idea. I don't know what I was thinking. After struggling for a bit to find the nether portal that led to my end portal, I got there and did the thing. Whoa, that scared the crap out of me. And no, I didn't cut out any of the voice clips from all of that. I genuinely just stayed silent until the end right there. I really need to work on my reacting. Anyway, I gathered up some dragon's breath and moved the egg. Apparently the egg appears as soon as you revive the dragon. I did not know that. For some reason, at this point I decided to try and kill the end dragon while wearing elytra, even though that's a thing I never did before. Again, you can guess what happened. I did this dumb play, survived, and then did it again. Yeah, I deserve that. Guess who didn't set their respawn point in the end fortress? After that, I just stuck to the tried and true method of just shooting the end crystals and beating the end dragon as usual. Oh no, wait, I also tried to use the scaffolding. Again, I don't know why I tried. I knew this was a bad idea, but I felt like it, I guess. And it didn't even matter, because the game did that thing again where it doesn't show me hitting the end crystal even though I did. This experience kind of made me realize how bad at the game I am. I mean, even with my leveled up tools and armor, I'm playing about as well as I did in the first episode, where I killed the Ender Dragon with barely anything. It kind of makes me want to kill the Ender Dragon more. And I was thinking maybe in every episode I can start off by reviving and killing the dragon. Maybe in different ways or something. I don't know. It might be interesting. Apparently you don't get nearly as much XP killing the Ender Dragon a second time. I guess that makes sense, but I did not know that before. What? Oh, I didn't know what that was at first. Nice. Now that that was done, I had to get back to the wheat farm. I moved and zombified a villager, then healed him, and this time was more careful about how I moved him into his enclosure. We learn here. And I was basically done with my automatic wheat farm. I played with the design a little more afterwards. Then I did all of that again for all the other crops. We got beets, carrots, of course wheat, potatoes, and an all of the above farm. I just wanted to see which farm would win, or I just wanted to see which crop would win if I put them all in one little area. It's hard to tell so far. I gave all the farms their own types of crystals at the top, and of course they get interrupted by an Enderman. I really hope that he doesn't get killed by a golem, since he's so close to all the villagers. I hope a golem doesn't spawn here. Anyway, I added a pumpkin and melon farm just purely for aesthetic purposes. I needed them to fill in those empty places, and this is what the farm looks like so far. I also added a little bit of detail to the bridge that leads to the strange pathway that leads to the strange tower. I don't know if I'll ever be completely done and satisfied with these builds, but it's really fun playing around with it. And it makes me look forward to what the entire area is gonna look like when I'm done with it.